This week, we are diving into Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I'm Jamie Livingston.
And I'm Sarah Lyles, and we are so approachable.
We couldn't stay away from Alice Feeney.
Well, I couldn't.
Right, you couldn't. I could probably take a little break, but you know what? It's been fun.
I mean, this book has been on my TBR for months.
Yes.
I feel like I recommended this back in April, May.
When we started the podcast.
Yes, it was on our original list.
And we both requested it from the library, and we're 200 people deep, and we finally have the time to do this book.
Yeah.
So this is your pick, Sarah. Why are we doing this one?
Because I loved the last one and all the goodness. And so, again, I just like Alice Feeney. Mind you, her books can be heavy. And I don't mean heavy wordy, like some of them, but I mean heavy as in information and overload. But the psychological twists are top notch to me. So I'm hoping this one does not disappoint.
Well, and this is her 2025 book. So this one came out last January. Mm-hmm. She has a brand new book out now.
Yeah. Well, not yet.
Well, I think it is out now.
Oh, it just came out.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is out.
Oh, that's right. I'm number 176.
Right. So we've got a minute before we'll get to that one. But if you want to put that one on your TBR too, because we'll probably get to that one. What is it called? My Husband's Wife?
Oh, My Husband's Wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, keep your eye out for that one. But we're going to dive into Beautiful Ugly. So if you are on the Alice Feeney train with us, welcome and chugga, chugga, choo, choo.
All right. Tell me a little bit about the book.
All right. Author Grady Green is having the worst, best day of his life. Grady calls his wife to share some exciting news as she is driving home. He hears Abby slam on the brakes, get out of the car, and then nothing. When he eventually finds her car by the cliff edge, the headlights are on, the driver's door is open, her phone is still there, but his wife has disappeared.
A year later, Grady is still overcome with grief and desperate to know what happened to Abby. He can't sleep and he can't write, so he travels to a tiny Scottish island to try to get his life back on track. Then he sees the impossible. A woman who looks exactly like his missing wife.
Wives think their husbands will change, but they don't. Husbands think their wives won't change, but they do.
Ooh, that's a really deep statement right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that makes me wonder where this one is going.
Well, obviously about husband and the dynamics of husbands and wives.
Yeah.
Or the lack thereof.
This is interesting. So we have actually talked about Alice Feeney before, but we can give you a little more background on her.
Sure. So she is a New York Times bestseller, Sunday Times multi-million copy bestselling author of 8 novels. Sometimes I Lie, His and Hers, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Daisy Darker, and Beautiful Ugly.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, we just covered His and Hers and the Netflix miniseries. So happy for that. This was so good. It was great timing.
Yes.
We loved all of that coming together. And so, again, we also said that she has My Husband's Wife that is out now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Alice herself was a BBC journalist for 15 years before becoming an author. So that's why I vibe with her. I think that was cool. That was one of the cool things that I liked about His and Hers was that she had the journalist.
Yes. And then the miniseries and all of that.
Yeah. So fun.
It is fun.
So Beautiful Ugly has a 3.6 rating overall. So that's not one of her highest books.
No, definitely not. And really, a lot of her ratings are 3 and 4 stars. And so in that, you look and see okay, so 70% of them are 3 and 4 stars and only 17% 5 stars. So this is not one of her top books. But
we still like Alice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I have a 5-star review to read from Rachel Haynes. She says, I've enjoyed all of Feeney's previous novels that I read, but this one is by far my favorite. Everything about this book is 5 stars for me. I love the title of this book, the cover, the synopsis, and I loved every single page written in this book. I could not turn the pages fast enough, and the twists in this story were amazing. Mind blown emoji.
I love the cover.
Yeah.
All right, so I had Renata, gave it 5 stars, a jaw-dropping thriller that grabs your mind and doesn't let go. Feeney does it again. This book completely blew me away. Beautiful Ugly isn't just a book, it's an experience. Twisted, thought-provoking, and impossible to put down. It explores marriage, morality, and many roles of women through a haunting and unforgettable story. The final paragraph left me stunned. I had to read it twice. Can't wait. The title, perfect. The writing, phenomenal. The story, one I'll be thinking about for a long time. If you're looking for a thriller that will keep you up all night, this is it. 5 stars without hesitation.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's not very many 5 stars, like we said, but these are well written. Obviously, it shows how different books hit different people.
Yes, very much. Because my 1 star, I just chuckled. Jen said, ugh, this was not good. At least there's a dog. You're a good boy, Columbo.
There must be a dog named Columbo. All right. All right. So I had Jessica gave it 1 star. I have liked and disliked Alice Feeney novels, but this one is the worst so far. The book exists only for the sake of the twist. And worst of all, everything leading up to the twist is quite boring. I kept seeing along the way all kinds of interesting things like Feeney could do, but she did not do them. I'm not even sure I should mark this book as read since I was really just skimmed waiting for something good to happen and being disappointed. See, again, I have learned if you're skimming through a book, are you really understanding it?
Right.
Can you give it a 1 star? She even says herself, can
Maybe
I mark it as read?
Right.
Yeah, see, and I've been guilty of that too. Of just
Yeah.
skimming through a book and being like, I hated this. And I'm like, oh, well, because I wasn't fully
Invested.
No. So, yeah.
We do want to put a warning on this because there is spice. Sarah found this. It was a three chili peppers.
Yes.
Which typically means there's at least 1 open door scene.
Yep.
So you are present for sexual content at some point. But that's usually limited to 1 or 2 encounters for
Correct.
3.
Right. And then there also are some scenes of sexual assaults and mentions of the death of a child. So Alice Feeney often goes into some of those heavier topics.
As we witnessed.
Yes,
in his
and so
hers.
she has no problem bringing apart and bringing more of the triggers that some people can feel like those are heavy topics that I don't want to read about. So
I'm glad that you found that because in my quick little background on this book, it didn't even occur to me to check for a spice rating because the last book, I feel like I probably should have based on the last book, but it wasn't, I mean, that was like graphic assault. And
Correct.
I didn't even think about it with this one. I wasn't picturing people because the cover doesn't have any people. So I wasn't thinking romance. I wasn't thinking, I don't know. I'm glad you looked that up.
Well, and it talks about a husband and wife and that she's she's gone and missing. And so it's hard to envision
Oh, are there shenanigans happening? Right.
I sure found that it gave it a 3. So,
Okay.
All right. So we also like to do little fun facts of us. I'm giving you a heavy question.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's something in your life that's beautiful, ugly? That's not perfect, but meaningful.
I feel like most things in my life are beautiful, ugly.
It's fair.
Like, I like to see the beautiful side of things. We talked about this in one of our recent episodes about pessimist versus optimist. I tend to pull out the good in things. So most of the things in my life I would think are beautiful, ugly. I don't know. I would say family even is beautiful, ugly because I think about where I've come from and where I'm at now and there's trauma along the way. I was in a blended family growing up. I'm in a blended family currently. And there's just a lot of stuff that from the outside can seem really daunting and be very ugly. But it's us. And that's
it is beautiful.
And we make the most of the time that we have together. And Christmas can be beautiful, ugly because some years we have all of the kids for Christmas and then other years we don't. And so it's there's a tension. There's always that tension in our family of beautiful and ugly.
Yeah. For me, I went straight to my body. I went thinking as we get older, we age. As a woman, I've carried kids, and that was beautiful and ugly in itself, right?
Yeah.
The whole childbirth aspect of things. There's so many stories and strength and grace within the body I carry every day. And just thinking of like the beauty. Obviously, we've talked a little bit about my faith, but like in the aspect of being someone to be like, all right, I carry this body, but let me take those things with me as beauty. But to me, often they're seen as ugly. And society that we live in looks at them as ugly. But it's like, nope, I'm going to choose to go, this aging is wisdom. Let me carry this with strength and grit and think of it as the beauty that it's supposed to be.
Right. It's a crown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those gray hairs.
They're thrown.
You don't even have gray hairs. I'm the gray hair queen. So
I pull them out. You just don't see them.
if I pulled them out, I would have no hair on my head. What are you talking about? I'd be back in the housemaid plucking out all my hair.
Yeah, spoiler alert for that if you haven't read that book yet. But yes, you would be there. Absolutely. But yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot, as I feel, to carry. Just like you said, there's a lot of things in our life that are beautiful yet ugly. And so
I find that interesting about you because you are a person who comes across as not caring what other people think. And so the image, or like, I don't know. I mean, I do care about my gray hairs, but I love getting older. Like I take pride. I feel good about my age. And I know that like every year has brought me where I am.
Right.
And I wouldn't trade that. Like I don't need to be 29 forever.
Yeah.
I'm okay with growing older. And I love that I'm growing older with somebody.
Yeah.
And he's got gray hair too.
I think we've talked about it before in one of our episodes. I can't even remember where it was, but I grew up in a family full of a lot of vanity, and so it's a constant battle for me to fight. Especially since I teach middle school girls, I am constantly making that shift of no, appreciate today better than yesterday. What can we look for the good? You're right. I do often not care what other people think, but that's a choice and a constant struggle that I have to think, like, I don't care what you think. I wasn't always there. It came with age and a lot of backstory of like hardships. And so for me to get to that point took some time. But I still struggle every day going, I really don't care what she thinks. And then I have to be like, I say it, but then I'm like, nope, I have to feel it.
Right. Do I believe it?
Right. There's a difference between believing and then being like, I really do believe.
Right. You can put on a show. You can put up a front for sure to be like, well, I don't care what they say.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
It really has to be felt.
Yeah. And I think we all are beautiful, ugly in our way.
Right. I think we all, that's kind of the story of our lives. There's definitely ugliness. There's always ugliness.
Even in this little statement at the end, wives think their husbands will change, but they don't. I've been guilty of that, and I'm sure you know people, or you have been thinking that, right? Or husbands think their wives won't change, but they do. And so I was like, that is a heavy thought. And so I'm curious how Alice is going to twist this in with this story.
I am interested. That review also said this is going to keep me up at night. So
Can't wait.
until then, keep reading.
Keep ranting.
And remember, you are so approachable.
Okay, the episode is over. Get reading.
But before you go, like, review, and subscribe.
Turn on notifications to get the alert when the full episode drops.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook to see what we're reading next and join the conversation.
We're so excited to have you on board.
Do you hear anything?
Yeah. I hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
I just pulled that one out of them. I'm like, I don't hear anything. What are you talking about?
I hear you. Yes. It would help if it was plugged in.
It really would.